Hey team, welcome to today's video. The purpose of today's video is to talk to you about the process in which you can seamlessly and quickly share resources with students in such a way that the content is shared with them in a group type fashion. Let me head over to the document that I'm using as a model. I'm using this resource. It's a digital newspaper, and I want groups of 4 to 5 students working on one project at the same time. I want all of the students in any specific group to have immediate access to their own copy of this assignment. So group A, group B, group C, group D, and so on. And specific students in each group will simultaneously edit the same file. But I want to be in charge of setting that up for them so that I don't have to use 17 minutes of instructional time to explain to the students how to share it on their end. And then I don't want to have to handhold any of the mistakes that come along the way. I don't want to have to monitor that experience over a 4-day period of time and then go in and remedy any of those hiccups. I just want to spend time at the onset to make sure that everyone has immediate success to that shared content. So here I am in a specific classroom, and then I'll go through the process of modeling what that looks like. I'm in classwork up here at the top, and I want to create an assignment. And in essence, I'm going to create the same assignment, but I'm going to create the same assignment 6 times. And for each assignment, I'm going to hand select the students that will be a part of each of those learning groups. Let me model. I'm going to create an assignment, and for organizational purposes, if I want to include Group A in the title on my end, that might help my own mind keep this process tidy and well organized. And I'm going to call this a group project, and I'll call it digital newspaper. Okay, in the instructions component, you would form the instructions that are specific to the assignment that you're giving to your students, and you might have rubric-oriented information in here. You may even state the due date, although the due date may not be important because on the right-hand side, you can choose the due date. Here are some skeletal instructions that may guide your thinking. Obviously, I don't have the grading standards in there. You might determine what the word count is, the number of images or videos that need to be attached, and how many articles each student must contribute to. And so obviously, you would be in charge of your own rubric. I'm going to click on the paperclip in order to add the item to this assignment. I'm going to pull that item from my drive, but because it was something that I used recently, I can just simply stay over here on recent. I'm going to click one time right here because I want the newspaper to be attached. I'm going to come down to the bottom corner and choose insert because I want that item to be inserted into this assignment. In this space right here in the drop-down menu, I want to make sure that all of the students for this assignment can edit the file. So whatever 4 or 5 students I attach to group A, all of those students will edit the exact same document at the same time. When Samantha makes adjustments to the document, Roberto will instantly see those adjustments. When Roberto makes adjustments to the assignment, then Una will see those adjustments live. They are all co-collaborating on that same document live in real time. On the right-hand side, this is where I will make sure that I choose the correct students who will participate in Group A. On this right-hand side, all of my students for this class will populate. I can click up here at the top and then click inside this little box in order to remove all of those check marks. Based on the groups that I have pre-formulated, I can tick, 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 and only choose 3 students for group A. I can disengage from this box by clicking anywhere over here. That box will disappear, and only those 3 students will see this assignment. Only those 3 students will have access to this particular artifact. As normal, you're in charge of the points and the due date. If it belongs in a topic, you can add that. If you want to attach a rubric in this area, you can do that. And then a very new feature that is releasing to Google is check for originality. If you want students to check for originality before they turn in that assignment to discover, oh no, I have plagiarized, you're more than welcome to add that. I won't go into detail about that feature just now. I'll let you explore that a little bit later. Once you have checked all aspects of this assignment, you're going to come over to Assign, and then either the Schedule or the Save, Draft, or the Assign. You can choose any one of those. I'll go ahead and schedule it. I'll schedule it for a future date. I'll schedule it for a future time, and then I will click the schedule button. Once I do that, it will appear in gray right here, and then tomorrow it will go live. Now I'm going to redo that very same process. This time I get to reuse a post, so I don't have to start from scratch. All of my hard work is going to be saved by clicking on that pre-existing assignment. Then all I have to do is choose 3 students, and then I'm ready to go. Let me verify that I have the correct classroom. Here I have the group project, digital newspaper. I'm going to click reuse right here. After clicking reuse, I'm going to come up to where it says group A. I'm going to choose the letter B instead. And this is just a naming structure that I'm using so that I can find that information easily. Over here on the right-hand side, I will not choose the first 3 students because they were a part of the last project. I'm going to choose the next 3 students. And I'm assuming that for your purposes, it's not going to be systematic in alphabetical order. You're going to go through and strategically choose students for each of those groups. So you're going to have to go around and choose those students using a different formula. All right, any of those adjustments that I made to the previous assignment, either the points, the due date, or the topic, or the rubric, or checking for plagiarism, I need to make those adjustments. I've noticed right here that it says that students can edit the file. That means they're all editing the same file unanimously, simultaneously. I'm going to leave all of those adjustments there. I'm going to come up to the down-facing triangle. I'm going to choose schedule. I'm going to choose that same date, same time, and now I'm going to choose schedule. Basically, I'm just doing that very same process all over again. Basically, I'm modeling what it would look like for you to go through that same process. I'm choosing the class, I'm choosing the assignment, I'm making minor modifications. After making minor modifications, I'm then heading over to the student area, deselecting. I'm going to come down to student number 7. I'm going to choose students 7, 8, and 9 for this project. I'm going to make any adjustments over on that right-hand side. I'm going to verify that it says students can edit file. And then over on that right-hand side, the down-facing triangle followed by schedule. I'm going to choose the correct date and the correct time, and then I'm going to choose the schedule button. Once I have completed the entire roster of students, then these will obviously go live based on the time that it was scheduled. You can apply this same strategy to any assignment that you have, whether it's a document, a spreadsheet, or a slideshow, and then now your groups are ready to go. It takes limited instruction on your part in order to launch these students into that collaborative learning environment. All right, team, thanks so much for paying attention to today's presentation, and have a great day.